She could be facing up to 15 years in prison. These stunts may have finally caught up with her. The other day I made a video and it was getting past the immigration, her pulling these stunts in Bali where she goes around with a bang bus, and now a recent update said they're taking it a lot more seriously than the mainstream media initially thought, and she could be actually facing prison time for this, up to 15 years.
A group of Australian men has been dragged before Bali immigration officers. They're under investigation after being arrested alongside adult content creator Bonnie Blue. The tourists have been released, but officials still have their passports.
Heads covered and maybe in the sand about the trouble they could be in. 14 Aussies called before immigration officers near Kuta for questioning today, after arrests on Friday alongside British adult actress Bonnie Blue.
Obviously, she organised everything about this, so she's the main person of interest for the police, and it said the British OF creator Bonnie Blue, whose real name is Tia, has been detained in Bali for allegedly producing adult content and now faces a maximum sentence of 15 years in jail and a fine of approximately £270,000 if convicted under their Bali laws, their strict morality laws. Her arrest in Bali followed complaints that she had hired a bus to film explicit material with a dozen of young men during Schoolies week. The police raided a rental studio and seized items under School Bonnie Blue, the outfits, the cameras, and took her to immigration authorities with her passport seized.
Hi boys!
Real name, Tia Billinger. Ms. Blue spent last week driving around Bali in a blue truck emblazoned with Bang Bus during Australian Schoolies week.
So where do you want dropping off?
Just next to car.
We'll drop you off there, boys.
Recently denied entry to Australia, the performer has targeted Schoolies before to create content. The Australians were released later on Friday, but remain in Bali with their passports confiscated. They range in age from 19 to 40.
Bang bus is broken down.
Pornography is outlawed in Indonesia. It's not clear if the Australians, who can likely expect to be booted from the country, may also face charges. Bonnie Blue, also released but yet to get her passport back, is due to be questioned again in coming days.
To the mainstream media recently, the only thing she defends herself with is that she hasn't broken any laws. She does not commit crime, and that has all changed now because Bali is a place, apparently it said on The Sun, that her friend even warned her about because they could come down on her and arrest her, and she's still gone over there and pulled these stunts and risked it.
Isn't a passport. It's evidence if you're not careful. Bonnie Blue went to Bali to document her dream trip. Sunsets, villas, friends, collaborations, but Indonesia isn't just paradise. It's conservative with laws built on cultural modesty and religious values. Locals complained, officials watched, and the content meant for followers ended up on screens belonging to authorities. A villa was raided, phones seized, friends released, Bonnie detained. Normally someone in her situation gets deported because in her case, it's public, viral, international. She may be held into January, February if officials think they need to investigate further. So a reminder, posting for clout can be cute until someone who isn't your follower starts watching. Freedom is the real flex, and the smartest creator is the one who comes home to tell the story.
A lot of the men involved seem immature as well. They're coming out, they're recording, they're still trying to get content. I mean, anyone that turns up to some sort of Bonnie Blue filming content scene definitely has an element of immaturity to them, and this is them leaving the police station covering their faces. And watch out for the guy coming out here that has a camera in his hand, a proper professional recording camera. Everything's for clout with these people. They want to document it and monetize it after regardless. No matter what, even if they're arrested, they never take anything seriously.
Any comments?
Any comment, Mr. Green?
Any comments, guys? How are you feeling after being released without charges? Next camera.
It's all fun and games and partying now, but if these guys actually get dragged into a case of Bonnie Blue abroad and get named and shamed and pictured online, it's going to be very embarrassing for their families to see some of the stuff they've been doing with Bonnie Blue. All this partying lifestyle and these stunts that they do, is it really worth it for the embarrassment your family's going to endure with a situation like this?
A group of Australian men arrested in Bali alongside controversial adult entertainer Bonnie Blue will soon learn their fate. Live to Asia editor James Carmody. James, you have new details.
Yeah, and there were 14 Australian men arrested on Friday alongside Bonnie Blue, whose real name is Tia Billinger. They were all released but remain in Bali. It's likely immigration authorities have held on to their passports while investigations continue. We've seen today those Australian men called into immigration offices near Kuta to be interviewed. Among them, a few 19-year-olds, most in their 20s, a 37-year-old and a 40-year-old. Those men arriving today, many covering their faces with t-shirts, their hands, and one with a McDonald's takeaway bag. Some appeared to be in the company of legal representatives, others seemingly amused by it all, laughing and waving. Now, it's not clear if they could face penalties themselves, with Indonesia having strict anti-pornography laws.
It just seems like a stupid decision overall. It may even been planned from Bonnie Blue that she wants to get arrested here for attention. Someone said it's not really surprising. You go to a country where X work is illegal and you do X work, you're going to get arrested. I tried to warn her on the Kyle and Jackie O show and she decided to go ahead with her plans and she made a decision and it hasn't paid off. Despite all the controversy, she always gets mainstream appeal in interviews because she is so out there. But right now, even the mainstream media will turn their back on her a little bit because she's dragged young boys into a case now.
At the least, it is more than likely they will be booted out of the country and hit with a ban. Bonnie Blue herself also remains in Bali and under investigation after spending the better part of a week driving around Bali during Schoolies week in a blue truck emblazoned with Bang Bus. She was arrested in a villa with several cameras and other things also seized. If she was making pornography, there could be a massive fine coming her way or even a prison term.
It depends how seriously they take these things from tourists, because they may want to set an example here and say, anyone else coming here doing this, look what happens to you. Look what happened to Bonnie Blue, because this case is getting a lot of attention across the world. Australia, obviously, because the guys, the UK as well, where she's from, and their country as well is going to look bad to tourists coming there. So either Bonnie Blue is going to pay a very big amount of money in a fine here, or she's going to go to prison because they make an example out of her. We'll have to just wait and see. There's definitely a situation here where Bonnie Blue is pushing the envelope on purpose. I mean, she's not being discreet about it at all. There's clips surfacing all over social media of her going around Bali doing this. She's not keeping it on the D-low and getting her content, so maybe she wants to go prison. It's just more promo for her. The media are going to sensationalize everything and say 15 years because that's the maximum penalty that anyone's ever got. Obviously, she's a tourist. Countries may intervene. She may just get extradited back to the UK and banned from Bali and get a fine. Lots of different situations that will happen here, and we'll keep you guys posted on the fate of Bonnie Blue. It seems like her stunts have finally caught up to her. Many people want to see her locked up in the UK just because they don't like her, and I've never dealt with cases in Bali before, so it'll be interesting to see how this all plays out and how they're going to deal with it. There will be updates pretty much daily about this situation right now. It's still ongoing, so stay tuned to the channel for that.